last class we have heard about what is the first started with the first lesson, that is the earth crust, isn't it children? And today we are going to discuss about two concepts, that is one is evolution of the earth, and second one is the internal structure of the earth. Evolution means what is evolution? Evolving means making it, okay, and making it how earth was formed. Before long, some million years ago, they were 200 million years ago approximately, and earth is not this type of the structure as just like a ball. What we are saying this we are saying this ball. No, it is not like that. This earth is just like a swirling dust particles and molten forms and all. So slowly when it was evolving and rotating like that, and so many that earlier times in the million years back, and whatever the main hard substances were there, they used to get back the pushing, and again it was make it, and after a long time, and it was formed as a hard crust, children. And the earth, what we are saying, it was taken long time to form it. So, and this is the main important thing, and after a long time, the hard part which came outside, and it was formed different layers, and slowly after so many years afterwards only the earth shape, just like a earth crust, has formed, and it was taken long time to have the oxygen also, and that now the human beings and all, the life on the earth was first happened in the water, and slowly it was when oxygen was formed, the life like human beings like us, we are started living on the earth sphere. So like that different ways, and whatever there was a hard part because of the rainfall and all, hard part became as a continents, hard form, and the low parts it was filled with the water with the help of rainfall. After millions of years, whatever the lower layers are there, it was filled with the water. Now we are calling it as the oceans, and the hard part is there, it is called as the continents. Okay, like that the continents and the water part are formed on this, and we are seeing this earth crust like that, and how inside the earth, how it will be there. It is very surprising. Sometimes you also might have thinking of how outside is like that we are living, but how inside, what is the form of the things are there inside. And if you go on deep, dig the inside, only few kilometers only we can able to go. We cannot go very deep inside the earth. So what we are thought is, okay, let us see what are the layers are there, and today we are going to learn some more deeper inside the earth. The earth crust is divided into three layers, children. See here, internal structure of the earth. Now we are discussing about the internal structure of the earth. First layer is, if you see, this is the shape of the earth crust. Okay, and the first layer, this blue color which you are seeing, this is the layer, this is called as a crust. What it is called? It is called as a crust, and it extends up to 100 kilometers. How many kilometers? 100 kilometers it was extended above the earth. And if you go a little bit inside the earth, afterwards we will reach to mantle. 100 kilometers if you go inside, and for that 100 kilometers, about 100 kilometers if you go, then it is called as, that layer itself is called as a crust. After 100 kilometers, if you go 2900 kilometers deep inside the earth, then that layer, if it is there, this layer is called as a mantle. It is called as a mantle. After 2900 kilometers, if you go deep out, still if you go deep inside, these two layers are called as a core. Core means inside the earth, and it is this core is divided into two parts, that is the internal core and outer core and inner core. Outer core extends to 2900 kilometers to 5100 kilometers, it was extended inside. And still if you want to go deep into the earth, then it is called as a core. What it is called? Core. And inner core, it is 5000 kilometers, 100 kilometers to 5100 kilometers to 6370 kilometers inside it is there. It is not at all possible to go deep inside the earth, children, isn't it? So why? Because almost inside from this mantle onwards, the rocks are not in the hard shape. Just now outside we are seeing rocks are very hard, but it is not like that. Inside if you go, all rocks are in the molten form. Molten form means liquid form it is. We can't see the solid state. So, and if you think like that, it is a deeper inside, it is very hot. It is very hot. It comes out sometimes when the earth is rotating and revolving around the sun, and it was when it was rotating and revolving, wherever there is a weak points are there, it comes outside, pushes outside. That is called as a fissures or volcanoes. Volcanoes, you know, from the hill tops it will pushes outside. Okay, it is in the form of liquid. When it comes outside, it will turn it as a solid form. Okay, it turns as a solid form. You know, children, this how this is. We can describe it as a egg. If you eat, if you see egg, outer shell is what is the outer shell? White shell is there, no? That shell is called as a crust. And inside all liquid form and yellow ball, if you see, that is the core. Okay, and in the white color whichever is there, it is a mantle. So here also on the earth surface, inside it is very liquid type, and all the continents lies on that liquid shape. Always it moves around. So when it was there, and the crust, if you know, it is a hard form which is having the solid types and all, and it consists of the rocks. And whereas mantle, it consists of silicates. The metal with silicates we will get from the mantle. Whereas core, we will get outer core, we will get nickel and iron. Okay, iron and nickel we will get more. So that's why minings and all, whatever when it comes out in the form of volcano also, that is very valuable, children. Why? Because inside the earth it is very fertile things, it pushes outside. Even though it is a liquid form, after it comes out into the earth surface, because of coolness in the atmosphere layer, it becomes hard, and it is very useful for the crops also. Why? Because almost all minerals are there inside, and here in the inner core, it was exist with the gold. Okay, if you want gold, you can go inside the core. Just kidding. So like that, this earth crust is unimaginable. We cannot imagine. We cannot go inside the deep, very few kilometers only. If you go mining also, if you see, very few kilometers only we can able to go and take the mines. Whatever the iron is there, we are taking out. So like the different mining, we are doing iron and the aluminum, all these things. So this is the importance of earth crust. Okay, and it is hypothetically what we call it as this internal structure of the earth is just like a just I have told you, it is just like an eggshell if you assume, and only 100 kilometers only. Remember, only 100 kilometers only is a crust. Okay, it is 100 kilometers is crust, and we take after 100 kilometers to 2900 kilometers, at approximately 3000, you just assume it is a mantle. It is called as a mantle. And the next one is a core. If you think outer core is there, outer core means this is inner core, outer core. Outer core is consist of the iron and nickel metals. Okay, inner core which is having, it is a gold. You will get the heavy substance, heavy metal, which is a costly metal. It is gold is available. So like that, it was the formation of this earth crust have happened. And today, this is, we are seeing the evolution of the earth, how it was evolved after so many years, million years. The earth was just like a swirling ball of dust, and it was afterwards, it was rotating, and afterwards, whatever the hard substances from the outer space, it hits this earth and it forms as a ball. If you take, how I will tell you, if you take the ball, if you boil the milk, whatever the cream, it comes outside. So like that, here also in the earth surface, hard matter came outside, and the liquid form are inside only, children. This is the internal structure of the earth, and in the examinations you will get as a 4 marks. You have to draw the picture like this beautifully, and you have to label it. While labeling is also, you have to write particularly what is the crust, what is the mantle, what is the core, how many kilometers is extended, like that you have to write. Okay, and all of you have to write in the books and must post it in the WhatsApp group, children. Okay, I will wait for that. And one more another concept we will see here, the movements of earth crust. What is the meaning of movement? Movement means moving. Movements of the earth crust. How earth crust was movement was was happened. This earth crust, upper layer is there, this is called as crust, I told just now. This how it was movement is there. And this theory, previously we don't know this earth movement was this earth layers are moving. But the geologists, German meteorologist and geophysicist he was Alfred Wegener. Okay, in the 20th century he discovered, and the earth is still, the plates are moving. About this earth crust, these plates are all moving like that. He found. Who was the person? Alfred Wegener. So it is called as Wegener theory. Alfred Wegener theory. Why? What he said is earlier, before when the earth formation was started, all these continents are in one place. It seems, children, all just like one place. And afterwards, it was started slowly drifting. And if you have the atlas, you can see how the one side, these are all. For example, if you put the water in the bowl, if you put some leaves, if you just move it, how it is, leaves will go out different directions, no? Like that. Same way, these continents are also moves apart, different way. Okay? And when all continents are in one place, it is called as a supercontinent. Wegener called it as a supercontinent. That continent name is Pangaea. Okay? That's the supercontinent name is Pangaea. And as a whole land, why I have written is all these continents are in one place. When he told that theory, when he had taken out, after so many millions years afterwards, when the earth is rotating and revolving around the sun, when it was doing that time, these are all leaves. Leaves means that these continents are moving apart, started moving apart. So when it was happened, that land, this Pangaea, that is supercontinent, divided into two parts. One is Laurasia, that is Angara land, and Gondwana land. Angara land is whatever the above parts we are seeing, North America, this Greenland, which we are seeing, this Greenland, and this Eurasia. Okay, these are all Antarctica, Arctica. These are all called as Laurasia, that is Angara land. And Gondwana land is South America. Okay, Africa, India, Arabia, and these are all Madagascar. And Australia, Antarctica, these are all comes under the Gondwana land. Okay, if you take your textbook, you will come to know, if you just open that page number 6, if you take out the textbook, you will come to know how this whole continent, it is a Pangaea land, supercontinent. You can see, that is 220 million years ago. These continents are like that one. Okay, this is who hypothesized this? Alfred Wegener. And afterwards, here they are seeing one sea. Are you seeing red color? This sea name is Tethys Sea. What is that sea name? Tethys Sea, T-E-T-H-Y-S. That Tethys Sea was there, and afterwards when Angara land and Gondwana land came together, and this Tethys Sea was folded and it compressed. Compressed means it disappeared and formed as a folded type. And so that's why Himalayas are also, when Indian landmass are there, no, this landmass, this is called Gondwana land, this is called Angara land. Okay, so when here the Tethys Sea was compressed and formed as the Himalayas, I have told you also. And see how it was moving, the continents are slowly drifting, and now this is the position present. 220 million years back, like this the continents are, and slowly little bit gaps are coming. If you have textbook, open it, you will come to understand. And next one, slowly the continents are moving apart, moving up, and slowly now the continent shapes are like this. Now still also, children, and it is very surprising, the Indian subcontinent, half part of this Peninsula Plateau is there, no? This plateau is near the Madagascar place, because after so many years afterwards, because of earth rotation and revolution around the sun, when it was moving, evolution is going on. At that time, this landmass slowly drifted and attached to this Angara land. Okay, so here one Tethys Sea was there. That Tethys Sea was compressed. Okay, and it formed as the Indian subcontinent. So, like that, the evolution of the earth, the movements of earth crust was happened up to now. Now, whatever the conditions of these continents were there, and it may not have, after some million years back, if you afterwards or also if you see the continents are not now whatever the position is there, but it will not be there after some million years afterwards or also. Why? Because it is a earth is a life planet children. Why? Because always it is having the life and coming, life is coming, and afterwards these continents are moving apart, and it was having always movements will be there. So today we will discuss these three concepts: evolution of the earth, internal structure of the earth, and the movements of the earth crust. So these three topics, subtopics I have taken to explain to you children in this video. And what you will do is you write down this matter. You write down this matter in one notebook and show it to me. And all of you must write this. What is the importance of the earth crust? Okay, what is the importance of earth crust? Write, label it and write down about earth crust. Okay, thank you children.